disrupted.
America that I fought for.
Weird thing to happen. Hello, one and all. Welcome to this edition of Kitz Corner. It's been a fantastic day so far. So I don't know if people remember Tara Reade. She was the woman that came forward who accused Biden of sexual assault and had many different claims about him and his creepiness when he was a senator, worked with him as a political aide and released all the information during the campaign in which the Biden administration and the campaign vilified her and silenced her out and harassed her and did a bunch of outrageous stuff, is making a huge announcement about exiting the United States because she fears her safety is at risk. So this was announced in Rebel News here, and they reported that Tara Reade, a former employee of President Joe Biden when he was a senator who made allegations of sexual assault against Biden during the 2020 presidential campaign, is now seeking Russian citizenship amid her fears her life could be in danger. So it states to an article here that says Tara Reade, a former employee of President Joe Biden when he was a senator who made allegations of sexual assault against Biden during the 2020 presidential campaign, is now seeking Russian citizenship amid fears her life could be in danger. During a press conference organized by the Russian government, Reade revealed her decision while seated alongside Maria Butina, a Russian national who had previously been found guilty and imprisoned in the United States for participating in a conspiracy to act as a Russian agent within the country. I'm still a bit in a daze but I feel very good, Reade told Sputnik News. I feel very surrounded by protection and safety, and I really just so appreciate Maria and everyone who has been giving me that at a time when it's been very difficult to know if I'm safe or not. I'm not willing to be intimidated, bullied, or silenced. I'm going to speak out, and I'm willing to speak under oath about the corruption I've witnessed, about the crime I've experienced, she's added. And it is remarkable that Joe Biden raped me when I worked for him at U.S. Congress, and I'm supposed to be the fugitive. That is ridiculous. That is unacceptable. In her statement, Reade expressed her desire to become a citizen of Russia Federation and made an official request to Russian President Vladimir Putin. I'm going to make a request, and it is a large one. I like to apply for citizenship in Russia from the president of the Russian Federation, Vladimir Putin, and hopefully Maria can help me from the State Duma. I do promise to be a good citizen and move forward with my life in a positive way. So this is what she said at that conference, speaking to the general public and, of course, Maria.
The attacks will continue. I only know that when I got off the plane in Moscow for the first time in a very long time, I felt safe, and I felt heard, and I felt respected. And that has not happened in my own country. I did talk to U.S. Congressman Matt Gaetz. I have not concealed anything. I told him I was in Moscow, Russia, and I told him why. And he said something very stunning. I am considered a whistleblower, as you know, in the United States. One of the cases I will be testifying is about how the DOJ and the FBI has weaponized by the Biden administration against its own citizens. So he said, Tara, you know, I'm worried about your physical safety in the United States. As a U.S. citizen, to hear a U.S. congressman basically say they couldn't protect me in a whistleblower case is stunning. And it makes me angry. And I want to say to my fellow American citizens that as these cases against all of us are coming forward that speak out, I want you to remember the U.S. Congress works for the U.S. citizens. They work for us. We don't work for them. And we need to take back our power. We need to take back our truth and be able to speak it without fear of reprisal or physical harm.
So that
The attacks will continue.
that's an interesting. All I could say is the best of luck to her, because it is definitely disheartening. It is definitely shocking that a congressperson, Matt Gaetz, would openly say to her that you're not going to feel safe in the United States because there's nothing I could do. That is just that should be shocking to everybody. And it should be surprising that the US Congress, that's like she said there, is supposed to represent you. It's supposed to represent the citizens that voted that person in. That's why they become a public servant. Has no desire or no initiative to protect you as a citizen, to protect the citizens, even as the point of a whistleblower. They have no initiative to make sure her safety is intact. And that is why she has to seek another country and apply for a citizenship, because her life is in danger. The United States is putting a U.S. citizen's life in danger for being truthful, for openly speaking, for openly admitting to come forward. And she was willing to speak. And the Biden administration continues to epitomize her, to attack her, to silence her, to the point where other people of Congress and Matt Gaetz told her directly that your life is in jeopardy because of this situation. So this is what a reporter asked this to John Kirby and wanted to hear the Biden administration's perspective of this, because obviously this made a bit of media attention that a whistleblower who has accused the Biden administration of the corrupted crimes that they have committed, the atrocities that they have committed, the sexual assaults that Joe Biden himself has committed. And this is what John Kirby said when asked about Tara Reade moving and seeking citizenship in Russia. This is what he said.
Tara Reade, who was an aide to then Senator Biden back in the 90s, and then in 2020 accused him of sexual assault. She announced yesterday she's seeking citizenship in Russia, and she feels safer there. Does the White House have any reaction to that announcement, given the accusations that she's made against President Biden?
It would be loath to comment on the musings of a potential Russian citizen. That's really up for her to speak to.
Does the White House believe that her allegations may have been motivated by her allegiance to affinity for Russia?
Difficult to say. I mean, I can't get inside her head and speak for her motivations and intentions. That's really for her to speak to. The one thing I will say is that the allegations.
I can't really get into her head. I know that we have, made assertions and claims and put her life at risk and weaponized her, but I can't really get into her claims about why exactly she's moving to Russia. Maybe she's over there for the food. I don't know. I can't really get into those details, even though I'm part of the situation. No, they know exactly why. They know exactly why. The same way that Edward Snowden, who revealed as a whistleblower, revealed the how the surveillance state was expanding, that all your phone calls, your emails, your text messages were being monitored by the CIA, by the NSA, to oppress you and to manipulate you, to use that information to blackmail and scapegoat you. Edward Snowden had to flee to Moscow because his life is in danger. And I think he's still there today because of it. So he's a U.S. citizen who had to flee his own country because his representatives failed him to protect a citizen in the case of revealing the truth. And the same goes with Tara Reade at this point. That Tara Reade her life is in jeopardy, so she has to flee to Moscow because she is unsure that her representatives, and even Matt Gaetz just openly said it to her, that they are not going to protect her as a U.S. citizen because she's a truth teller. She's bringing accountability. She brings the truth to the powerful mafia and the oligarchy that have been used to weaponize and epitomize her throughout all this time. It's just, and John Kirby has no idea. John Kirby has no idea. Oh, well, I can't really get into her head, but I don't know. Maybe she's just going over there for a free Sunday. I don't know. I can't say her desires to become a Russian citizen. So, of course, they're gonna take this out of context. I can see MSNBC seriously taking this out of context and making a story about how Tara Reade has, made her destiny become a Russian, and this is part of a Russian plant or something, rather than allowing her to speak, which is, I thought, the whole point of the whole Me Too movement, until it got politicized, until it got revealed how they weaponized sexual assault claims to interpret politics, is just absolute. It's now a shame right now that we're actually, weaponizing this for political means than stating that respecting what the real purpose was allowing women and people, sexual assault victims, to bring their claims to justice, bring up their stories, and hold people accountable. We have lost sight of that to make it more of a political machine. That's where Jean Carroll comes in and trying to accuse Trump of rape and misogyny and all that stuff. And after they changed the law for only a year, they're weaponizing it for political means. It has nothing to do with the intentions of actually stopping sexual assault. It has nothing to actually bring justice forward, but just a way to silence Donald Trump. The same way they're trying to do with Tara Reade, the same thing they did with the Bill Clinton women accusers. It is just, it's atrocity that they're demolishing the point and principle of Me Too, and the point and principle of allowing women and sexual assault victims to speak in order to do stuff like this. So, best of luck to her. I hope things go well in Russia. I continue on the good fight. She's definitely been a powerful voice when it comes to the Biden administration, revealing truth, revealing the secrets, and definitely need more people in this world. So, best of luck to her. But that is just, it's kind of shocking that Congress people, including Matt Gaetz, for example, would just reveal out in the open that we have no interest, we have no initiative to protect you. Even as a whistleblower, we have no initiative to protect you as a U.S. citizen. You're on your own. Best of luck to you. Get out. And that's why she's doing this.